So I was finally able to test out what the end results are for the new enhanced edition of Neverwinter Nights 2. It's pretty much exactly what I expected. This isn't a big sweeping change, it isn't going to fix major issues that you had with the game, and it doesn't perfectly modernize Neverwinter Nights 2. What it does is fix a lot of the little annoying bugs that made it a pain in the ass to run on your computer. It makes the camera a little bit easier to use, but it's still a bit of a pain. It makes the UI a bit better than it used to be. It adds controller and Steam Deck support, and we'll talk a bit about the visuals in a minute. This is probably what I would consider the bare minimum necessary to do when you make a remaster, but honestly I'll take it because the original game had such a ridiculous amount of bugs and problems. Even getting it to run properly on modern hardware, it's not worth going back to. Now, let's be clear, fans actually fixed a lot of problems with the original games, but using their fixes involves finding fan-made patches, utilizing mods, and putting in a bunch of effort and legwork that, to be completely honest, your average person is not going to do. As a modding veteran, I have no issues putting files into folders, tweaking things until it's right. But for most people, they don't even know how to find the right folder, much less make changes to an ini file. This is quite clearly the best way to play Neverwinter Nights 2, right out of the gate, with very little additional tweaking. It also does look a little nicer. Most of the differences are noticeable in the models, which have better textures than before. As I said in my previous video, no new models. This is just a facelift at best. It especially looks better at higher resolutions, as you would expect, and that's comparing it to the old version. They didn't add any new content. The camera is still a bit clunky, even if it is a little better than before. I think it's smoother, but the difference is marginal. From all reports, mods still work the way that they're supposed to. Multiplayer is now working through Steam and on console, so that could be a big boon for some people. And most importantly, the game runs much better than it did before, and it is very noticeable. Everything's smooth, you can actually change settings without the game crashing. I had issues even changing the resolution in the old version, which caused a full crash. I realize it isn't necessarily the remaster that everyone would have wanted. Hell, it isn't the one that I necessarily would have wanted because they could have done a lot more, but it is good enough that I would definitely recommend it over the original version. If you're coming to the game for the first time, this is a very easy recommend. This is a great game, and from what everyone who loves the game has always said, there are sections of Neverwinter Nights 2 that will always be worth going back to. As for myself, I'll finally get to experience Mask of the Betrayer for the first time this year, and that makes it worth it for me. I do videos on Western RPGs, JRPGs, and story-based games, so if you like that, subscribe. Thanks for watching.